today, before we take off on our next adventure, I'm working on the car trailer, and I'm working on mounting up a winch. You can see I got one of those cheapy little Harbor Freight winch plates because I got a cheapy little Harbor Freight winch and put on this thing. Got that all welded on last night, well, yesterday evening. And here in a minute, I'm about to weld a piece of tube, square tube from here and just right over to the trailer jack, and that will brace it from flexing this way, because I actually already had the winch mounted once and tested on it, and this seemed to hold up fine, but this whole piece sort of flexed a little bit, so we're just going to brace that up and it should be fine. We'll be ready to rock and roll, and then we'll be making a nice little trip into Ringgold, Georgia later on today to buy another Ram B150 van to use for parts to fix that one. So I guess I better get the welder out and get busy. Alright, so I've got a couple of pieces of metal laid out here. Like I said, this is going to be just sort of a quick and dirty brace. I've already got the main part built, and I did test on it, like I said before, but it was kind of flexing, so I'm going to take, I think, this piece of square tube, clean it up, weld it on the bottom, and then just run it right over here to the trailer jack, and that'll put me right where I need to be. So let me get the camera set up, start doing a little grinding and cleaning some stuff up, knock the paint off of this thing, and we'll get to welding. Alright, here we go. Safety first. And if you're wondering why I didn't grind the underside of that plate, it's because I already did it yesterday whenever I built the rest of that. So it's already ground down to bare metal and pretty clean. So I'm not going to worry about getting myself in some awkward angle to try to grind on that right now. But next thing I need to do is go find a C-clamp so I can attach that for a second, and then I'll start welding. There we go. That right there. And the old welding helmet. Yes, I know I don't have gloves. Actually, I need a wire brush. Now, that right there, and some of the most professional welding you've ever seen, then I don't know what is. I mean, that's beautiful. So now I just gotta zip it up over here. I'm debating on whether or not I'm even gonna weld this on the bottom. I mean, it really doesn't have to be that stout. It's just an extra brace. And plus, I'm definitely not leaving this like this forever. Like, I'm doing this quick and dirty because I need it today. So I'm definitely going to be cutting this off and building something a little bit less janky. All right, and away we go, folks. And away we go. Maybe. And yet again, I believe that will do just fine. Yeah, I believe that's going to work. Not much of a weld, but a solid enough weld, and that's all that really counts right now. So next thing to do, clean this up a little bit. I'm going here and find a good old can of Walmart brand or Dollar General brand black spray paint and give this thing a makeover real quick, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Be ready to mount the winch back on. Shazam, just like that. It's painted good and smooth. If that don't look like it came from the factory that way, I don't know what does. It's one upshot to it being 100 degrees outside. That old cheap spray paint dries quickly. 2,500 pound Badland winch. I got that on sale at Harbor Freight for $50. And yes, it will pull a car up onto the trailer, especially if it rolls good. But if we have any trouble, I've got a snatch block to hook on to that other van if need be, which essentially makes this baby a 5,000 pound winch. This one's got the little control box. You hook it up, hook it to a battery, and it has a remote switch. But just in case I have any trouble out of that, I've got some good old tried and true jumper cables, and we can just straight up hot ground on the battery, and that reels it in. So, mint. So now, the only thing I really need to do is go find some battery terminals to put on the wires for this thing so I can hook it straight to the battery, and find a couple of D-rings, and I think we're about ready to go, other than, you know, just going and getting fuel and stuff. So, sweet.